Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. If you like all things true crime, if you like it delivered in a peaceful, tranquil manner, if you like it clear and concise without drama, then I highly recommend you subscribe. And if you like what you hear, please smash the like button. It's a free way you can help. And now, without further ado, let's dig in. Hello, beautiful true crime aficionados. We finally heard from the 30-something guys from the Airbnb in Moscow, Ayub Qassin and Rocky. I guess Rocky is so well known that he goes just by his first name, like Cher. Or is it that he doesn't want his legal name on blast? I'm going to say it's the latter, based on him also hiding behind dark sunglasses during his brief appearance on Ayub's Instagram. I think there is a strong possibility that Ayub and Rocky were in Tenerife that weekend when 19-year-old Jay Slater went missing for business, monkey business, namely selling drugs to the NRG Music Festival goers. This is me speculating. Ayub claims he is no longer peddling drugs. However, he also said that that type of music that they were playing at this festival is not his thing, and he wasn't hanging out with Jay Slater and Jay's friends. So Ayub and Rocky were definitely not in Tenerife for that music. Is that maybe why they opted to stay in that remote Airbnb in Moscow? That's either a 30-minute or a 50-minute drive away from the action, depending upon who you ask and also how fast you drive. I'm thinking that if you're up to shady business, it's better to keep a low profile in Moscow than to keep your valuable wares in a busy hotspot like Los Cristianos, where law enforcement is likely more out and about. In some of the dance footage from the festival, Jay Slater looks pretty wasted, and a bartender at the Papagayo Beach Club also came out to say that she gave Jay a free glass of water because he looked unwell. I'm wondering if Jay maybe purchased something from Ayub, aka Johnny Vegas, that put him in that unwell, spaced-out condition. We know that Jay was also stumbling on the dance floor. Could that be how Jay met Ayub and Rocky? If you look at Mae Laws' GoFundMe for Jay, she wrote this of Jay meeting Ayub and Rocky. Quote, "He had met two people on Sunday night and left with them to go to their apartment," end quote. So Jay did not meet Ayub and Rocky through Lucy, at least if we are to believe what she wrote here. These are two 30-something guys, and they're brand new acquaintances. If Ayub and Rocky weren't in town for the NRG music, and they weren't hanging out with Jay and his friends, how did Jay meet them? A logical conclusion might be that Jay purchased something from them. Ayub is now claiming that Jay invited himself back to the Moscow Airbnb because he'd lost his key to his own accommodations, which makes zero sense because Jay was apparently staying with his friend Lucy and he could have simply called her or knocked on the door to be let in. I think that after Jay met Ayub and Rocky somehow, and after he stole the pricey watch, he thought of those two as being potential purchasers of this pricey watch. I mean, who else would have a lot of ready cash on them? And who else wouldn't have any qualms about purchasing hot goods, a stolen watch? You have to have a criminal mentality to feel okay about purchasing somebody else's stolen watch. As Ayub would say, "Do you know what I'm saying, mate?" Ayub further claims that he and Jay were joking about Rocky sleeping in the car on the 30-minute or so drive to Moscow. Could that explain Jay not seeming to grasp how far away Moscow was by foot from Playa de los Americanos? Did Jay simply not notice the twisty-turny long journey because he was chatting with Ayub. I'd love to know how much money Jay had on him when his body and his belongings were found in that ravine. Did he have a lot of cash? Did he have the watch? Did Jay sell Ayub the watch? Did he then sneak out of the Airbnb, perhaps with both the cash and maybe the watch too? Or did Jay possibly nab some drugs from Rocky and Ayub? Let's face it, if you're willing to steal a pricey watch, then you're probably willing to steal some drugs as well. Jay supposedly boasted about stealing this watch. I'm not victim shaming him, I'm just repeating what he said on Snapchat. Could that explain why he said to Lucy that he couldn't go back to the Airbnb? And if he was really feeling afraid that morning and not wanting to go along the main roads, is it because of all of this? But even if Ayub and Rocky were up to no good in Tenerife, if they were there for their own business purposes, and even if they had some sort of quarrel with Jay, or maybe Jay did something that they hadn't yet realized, that doesn't mean that they had something to do with Jay's death. I think we can have both shady dealings on the one hand and also a tragic accident on the other hand. What I'm trying to say is that it's possible Ayub and Rocky jetted out of Tenerife so quickly, not because they had anything to do with Jay's disappearance, but because A, the NRG festival was over, so their clientele was going to leave the island, and B, they wanted to get out of there before the authorities had a chance to search their belongings and get a better feel about their interactions with Jay, why Jay went back to Moscow with him, what he did there, etc. So even though Rocky and Ayub look sus, even though some elements of their stories aren't consistent, they might not have anything more to do with Jay's demise than simply being the ones who took him so far away to Moscow. That maybe they just bought the stolen watch, Jay got the money, and then mission accomplished, he was ready to get to his own lodgings, and that's why he was in a hurry. Maybe this is just a case of a young lad of 19 misunderstanding the direction, distance, and difficulty of the hike back to Los Cristianos, and being tired, hungry, and dehydrated. Once he arrived at the steep cliff and that deep ravine, he made the worst decision of his life, and that was to try his hand at rock climbing without the proper gear and experience, and without being in the optimal physical and mental shape to take on such challenging terrain. Remember that Dutch search team that Jay's mother arranged to have come to Tenerife and search for him? They used their scent dogs to track Jay's scent from the Airbnb in Moscow to the ravine where his remains were found. I don't know if they used both a live scent dog and a cadaver dog to pull that off. I heard Michelle of Michelle Walks say that a live scent dog would not have been able to find Jay's scent, his live scent, after 4 weeks. Now, these Dutch searchers did this route for Jay's family so that they could see where Jay was found and how exactly he got there. The Dutch team said that their hike to Jay's location in the ravine took about 2.5 hours, and the route was through rocky terrain with lots of weeds, bushes, and cacti. This would seem to suggest that it probably took Jay 2.5 hours to get down to that spot. Does anyone really believe that another person or 2 other people would have carried a deceased Jay 2.5 hours down in that rocky terrain, through the cacti, through the bush, to toss him off the cliff? That just doesn't make sense. And that these people could have pulled this off without being seen by anyone. Ayub said that they didn't get back to the Airbnb until like 6:30 in the morning. He would have been exhausted. Rocky would have been exhausted. Jay was probably exhausted. I have to believe that Jay was not thinking rationally, and that could explain all of his poor decisions. Now I'm going to share the conversation that Ayub and Rocky had on his Instagram. Ayub attempts to answer some questions. Let me say that I believe Ayub deliberately pretends that the stolen watch situation has to do with Jay stealing his watch, not somebody else's. To me, this hints at Ayub dodging questions about the actual stolen watch. Maybe, just maybe, because he's the one Jay sold it to. Other than the watch, I think Ayub is being honest during this Instagram. I do think it's in poor taste for him and Rocky to laugh at times, given Jay's tragic ending, but that doesn't make Ayub and Rocky killers.
Took no one, bro. He invited himself. Like, think, bro. Think, like, use your head. You know what I'm saying? How am I feeling after this? Joe, it's mental, mate. It's actually mad. You know what I'm saying? It's actually mental, man. Like, did you punch him? No, of course not. Mate, what do you reckon happened to him? Bro, he had a tragic accident, like, you know what? Like, this is not about all of that. Like, do you know what I mean? Let's stop taking it out like to that way. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't. The kids ain't even had his funeral. Like, have a bit of respect. Like, what? What's Hodgie and Thingy? What? Why are you asking about Hodgie for, bro? Evo, no one took my watch, bro. Like, why the fuck would I invite someone that took my watch back to my mind so he could sleep on the sofa? Like, what are you on about? Like, bro, don't you help people? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't you help people? Like, bro, Brandon is upset. What happened to his friend? He's keeping his head down. Like, everyone just needs to relax. Like, leave Lucy alone. Because, to be fair, Lucy was the first one at my yard saying, yo, like, I'm looking for him. Where is he? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, really outside. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Really outside UK. Big up really outside UK. Do you know what I mean? People do love listening to drama, Kelly. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Did you know the group of friends? Of course I did. Like, how else would I be around? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we was doing our own things, by the way. Like, we weren't out together because I don't listen to, like, that music that they were playing in our NRG. Do you know what I mean? It's not my thing. We went somewhere else. We went to the AU, you know, Charlie Sloth's gaff and Big Nasty. Big them up as well, doing good stuff. Somebody grabbed Rocky and put him in it because it's going mad. Because I need my guy in here because I feel like cornered, but I'm weaving, you get me? Why was he scared? I don't know why he was scared, like, and he ain't here to answer that question, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I don't want to say, like, what, like, do you know what I mean? People could be going through something in their own heads. Who knows, like, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I offered him a lift back, but obviously when I wake up, because you got to remember, we come back at like 6:30, 6:40 in the morning, like, and I only slept for an hour before I had to move my car, like, bro, I'm not driving another half an hour. And yeah, all of this 1 hour away. Bro, I was in a Cooper estate, zooming the road, like, it's not an hour away, it's half an hour away. And everyone's calling me a dealer. I was 19. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm 30 now. I'm not a trapper, yo. Bro, like, everyone's asking, why was he scared? Bro, I don't know why he was scared, bro. Like, stop asking me. Like, you're asking the wrong guy. Like, why was he scared? Did he just come back to chill? Bro, I don't know. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've got videos on my phone where, like, me and him are videoing Rocky in the car where Rocky's sleeping in the front like that. And we're just laughing at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was calm. Like, it was a vibe. Like, we were just busting jokes. So all of this scared and all of that is like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you on about scared? Like, that's like, the investigator told me that, but you know, I don't know. But I thought all of this investigators, True Geordie, all of these people, they're all going on camera talking about me. Well, I'm on camera now talking about myself, like, do you know what I'm saying? What we saying? What's the angle? Of course I went straight to bed when I got home. Obviously I'll give him fags and that. He took a charger from Rocky's cell and that, whatever. Then boom, I went to bed 100%. Bro, I don't know who's watching when missing. You know, furthermore, what watch is it? Question for you guys, because you're all talking about this watch. What color is it? What type is it? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you tell me. Start answering questions. I drove back to the Airbnb, not for 1 hour, 20 minutes. I zoomed it in half an hour. Which, you know, like, I'm a driver, bro.
Bro, what you talking about? Who plugged Jay? What you on about, bro?
What did you say?
Who plugged Jay? Bro, what am I on?
Nah, chill out, bro. We not do them things, dog. Why did you book Mascot B&B in a different name? I don't put nothing in my name. Like, what are you on about? Like, what is you even talking about? Look, she said, why didn't you drive to his hotel if you was gonna... yeah, trust me, CM, they got me on live. Why didn't you... like, why didn't you take it to the hotel? Bro, he looked at me and said, bro, I ain't got the key to my place. Them lot are gone back, left and that. Can I roll with you, man? He asked me, bro. I didn't invite no one, right? I invite baddies back to my place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
only baddies.
And you know what happened the night before. Do you know what I'm saying? These lot don't even know. Like, rockets, bro. I don't have to explain it to them, bro. You know what I mean? But the mad thing is... like, huh? Like, they were... Why was he scared when he left?
What?
Bro, I don't know why he was scared. That's in his own head, like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I could tell you how I'm feeling and what I'm going through. My head, like, do you know what I mean?
Like, who's making up this conspiracy theory saying he was scared?
Oh, no, you know that. Detective guy said, oh, he had 2 knives on him and he left scared. That's even more mental. Like, the guy had 2 knives on him. Like, he was in danger, let alone that. Do you know what I mean? But no one's saying nothing about that. But like I said, I'm not even going to complain about that. I've been in danger many times, like, do you know what I mean? I've been shot at before, like. Yeah, look, someone wrote, people freak out on the come downs.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying? You're basically playing stupid. Am I now, dumb?